Okay, hello everybody. Today I'm at my little table loom. I haven't done weaving for a few years now because I had breast cancer and mastectomy and all of that recovery has just taken so long, much longer than I thought, but I seem to be back in business. And I have my big floor loom sitting across from me, but I haven't been able to use that the last 3 months because I broke my toe this summer and I could barely step on my foot. But I seem to have now recovered from all that nonsense, I hope, and nothing else goes wrong. But anyway, so today I'm starting on my table loom, and I am weaving a Finnish style ranu, which can be a table runner or a wall hanging or placemats or stuff. And it's a webbed faced weave, and it's done over 4 shafts. And I think you could probably do it over 2 shafts as well, but 4 seems to give it better stability. So and it's a 2-2 weave, so it's 1 and 2 come up, and then 3 and 4 come up, and then we just alternate. And then to do the color changes, because you're weaving the same thing all the time, the second shuttle that you throw across goes underneath, over, under, over, under, over, and the other one goes under, over, under, over, under. So it actually ends up being a double weave, twice as thick, because the other part of it is on the other side, and it's the reverse. So it ends up taking more yarn than what you normally do in a weave. I have it just on a 10 dent reed because that's what these little looms happen to have, and it works fine. And then I'm using a Finnish kalalanka, which is a type of cotton, tightly spun cotton. And but you can use any kind of cotton or linen for the warp, and because the warp all gets covered by the weft, you don't see much of it once it's done. And then I'm using hemp yarns because I have a whole stack of hemp that I had from years ago, and I haven't used them much for anything, but I thought these would be really nice for this. And this is a single ply hemp, and it's going to be woven at about 40 picks per inch when it packs down. It's fairly fine. I think it's about, is it 950 yards per pound, I think. No, the thing with hemp is hemp or linen or any of the flax fibers is that they're very springy, and the only way to soften them and to be able to use them properly is to soak them for a while. I used a spray bottle yesterday, and I just got water everywhere, and it wasn't actually wetting down the yarn. So what I did is I put the bobbins into a little tub of water overnight. I just let them soak. Make sure that you use plastic bobbins for this. If you use the cardboard ones, they're going to fall apart as well. So I've let this soak, and so now I should be able to weave a bit today. Um, so I'm raising shafts 1 and 2, and I'm throwing a shuttle across. And I beat down. And I change the shed and pick up the other color and weave that across. Oh, I should have gone over that thread. Now you'll notice that the weft yarns are not really beating down, so I used to use a tapestry hook to beat these into place so that they're in nice and tight. So every couple of rows, you have to beat these into place. Otherwise, it doesn't give the look of the rep weave because the yarn is so springy. All right, so I've thrown that one. Change the shed. trying to remember where you were at. Where's that stuck? I'm trying to cross these yarns over so that it doesn't go into the because this is hemp, it gets a bit sticky in the bobbin as well, possibly because it's also wet and the yarns have kind of glomped together. So it's not the easiest fiber to work with, but the end product is really nice. So and if you forget and you pick up the wrong color, then the pattern changes. So now instead of weaving uh, a block of blue and green, it's going to be the block of green and blue. But that's okay. That's okay. I'm not trying to be consistent here. It just does make a nice varied pattern. Okay. I'm going to stop here because this was just a beginning video of how the Rana weaving works. I'm moving my website from a .com that's based in the US to another server that's based in Albania. I was in Albania a few weeks ago and I really loved it there. And I found that web server prices are a whole lot cheaper than what I've been paying in the US, and I'm getting very good service from them. And the site is running much more smoothly and much faster than it was. So I'm going to be moving all of my Allfiber Arts and Pavatar .com stuff over to the new server, but there are few thousand files that I need to move, so it's going to be about a 1 or 2 month process. But so anything new I'm going to be posting on the new allfiberarts.al website, and eventually it will switch to the .com. And I'm going to be putting up a weaving draft pattern of this and the videos as well. So if you see this on YouTube, you can also find the information at my new website. So, and I'm going to stop now, and thanks for watching. And this is just a little bit short video to get started on weaving again, and I'll be back soon. Thanks.